Hello everyone, welcome back to the Brotherhood Brawl League Season 3. My name is Karond. We're gonna watch a game from the Qualifier League 3 out of all leagues. It's the league that's very well falling behind here. And we're gonna watch Bubs take on KingJiggy. This is the second PvP that they do play, so they're a little bit behind. Scavengers, one warband is caught exploring buildings, while the other deploys fight tightly around its wagon. It's gonna be an interesting game. Remember, Bubs did get Slavier in the first game. It was a very big upset. And then he hasn't played anymore, but he seems to have lost both of his objectives in the two PvEs that he have played. Hence why he's still level 0. And this is going to be a very quick game, since we're only gonna see a leader, a hero, and 3 henchmen. KingJiggy, on the other hand, if you are a little bit lost on who this guy is, he is playing the first PvP here, since there has been an unfortunate dropout. Gunmetal, who was part of playing in the Brotherhood Brawl League Qualifier League 3, has unfortunately endured a car accident and has withdrawn from the tournament. And in his place, KingJiggy graciously stepped up and joined the tournament. And here he is, both of them playing as the Sisters of Sigmars, and we are following this from Bub's perspective, who seems to be the one that's caught out in buildings here. So very good of KingJiggy to step in. And KingJiggy doesn't seem to have made as many mistakes in the PvE as Bubs have, so he has a level 1 warband. But I do know that KingJiggy has a strategy that he's talked a little bit about with some of other Mordheim players here, and including myself, which is that he is not starting with a Sister Superior. He's instead starting with 4 henchmen here instead. And I think that can be interesting. Interesting to see. It means you skip the Sister Superior and then you play one more PvP after this, and then you can go double Purifier, so you can already start with the Lads Got Talents if you want that. We are going to skip ahead a little bit on some of the movement here, especially early on. And you can take a look in the top left corner. It should be 62 morale for Bubs and 60 for KingJiggy. And I do have to excuse myself for the little red FPS marker going up in the top left corner of the screen. That's because Bubs is currently recording this game on Twitch as we speak. This is also going to be the very last game in the Brotherhood League Season 3, where we do see warbands that are at the very start of their warband careers without any extra units whatsoever. It will be interesting to see what kind of tactics Bubs can pull off here. Since the win against Slavier, he is making this particular league a little bit tougher. It has been called the group of, or the League of Death, since they have many veterans in there, but it might have been diluted a little bit. As KingJiggy came in here, in case instead of Gunmetal, they've also lost one Mordheim veteran in the name of Crowley, who has also been stepping out of the tournament, and a player called Sneaky High Elf, who seems to maybe have played in the first season. It's probable, I don't really know, but he seems to be well acquainted with some of the Brotherhood Nightly community here of Game Night. So he's also stepping in as a replacement, say also in the Qualifier League 3, and that is in large part due to why this league has been dragging a little bit behind others in the amount of games. It's a very funny league, this one, the League of Death, in that there are 8 players in each of the leagues, and there are 4 players that plays a specific warband. So since there's 6 warbands and 4 players, which each one of them, that's 24 players. And for some reason, every single Sisters of Sigmar player happened to end up in the Qualifier League 3. And here we are with 2 of them. The other 2 also being Slavier, I believe, as well as Rarator. I think they have made a mistake here again. They actually started a game previous to this one that we're recording right now, and that was because KingJiggy did enter with 6 characters instead of only 5. And I do think that that might have been the case here as well. He seems to still be on 6 characters. We hear a trap going off. Gonna see if that's gonna play any part here. Of course it should be, but with these kind of very early games, anything can really happen. Definitely don't feel that that was worth it. You can get so many different things and -2 SP and -2 OP here. That was really hurtful for this character. Kinda like the Gift of Savagery there. That's plus 15% damage. That's gonna do a whole lot more than Sigmar. And you don't have to suffer from the curse chances here as well. The Divine Wrath can be particularly wrathful at times. Not really worth casting until you start getting Devotion, at the very least. So sisters are probably poised to do somewhat well in this tournament. It is a tough warband with this particular setup that we have in this league. Armor is very difficult to bypass and it has a lot of value. And the sisters tend to be thriving on doing lots of armor and so forth.
Has started.
After all, the previous winner of the Bodyhood Brawl League Season 2 was a Sisters of Sigmar player, Ainur. But he won largely thanks to the Maiden of Sigmar and the use of consumables, neither of which is going to be readily available here. Oh wow, we see the entire warband just sitting here at their wagon, not doing anything. He might want to, indeed, just make sure that he can only be engaged by one character. It's good to start in... no. Why go into perception? Should have just ended there with a stance. Maybe you can set up a nice ambush though. Yes, you can. Let's see what KingJiggy does. Hasn't been doing too much so far, he's just been ending his turn, it seems like. See, remember, he did start next to his wagon. He has already gotten a skill, which is Warcry. Well, I mean, at least he hit a lot of characters there, his entire warband in fact. It's kind of funny to see. I kind of... I mean, KingJiggy, he hasn't even moved. He's just sitting here waiting for Bubs to come straight to him, just so he could do Warcry plus Sigmar's Might. And not even moved an inch. This is exactly where he started. Let's see what he can do here. And you do indeed see here four henchmen. So it might have been just 5 characters. That's good. If that's must have been mistaken with the question marks. One of the main issues of the Sisters of Sigmar is of course that they do lack range. I don't think that range is necessarily super important, but you do want a little bit of it at the very least. Yeah, it's 5 characters, and you see that, wow, one of the sisters here has even picked up the idol, so it's going to be a massive morale penalty in case that character goes down. That's a very poor ambush. Really poor ambush. As you have known by now watching all of these games, if you do an ambush just like that, then you can you have the character aura around the character, meaning that you can just run into that and engage the character without the ambush actually setting off. Since the ambush is triggered by the character model, you can see that the character of the stepping forth there. See, if you just walk into exactly like that, if that was an enemy. Yeah, you're kind of trying setting up an ambush without even seeing that there's not much to set up an ambush against here. This is why I think that KingJiggy might be doing a pretty good thing. Maybe going with the double purifiers in shortly, since that will enable him to get the range that he desired. It will be somewhat unreliable range, can punish you as well, but it can also be very, very high damage. Now you could walk out on the other side, or you could jump down. It's kind of surprising seeing that Bubs' characters have not a single one reached level 1 so far. At the very least, KingJiggy's matriarch is already level 1, and I think that's gonna give KingJiggy a big advantage. Slightly more wounds, a skill here or there. Could just have used Warcry again, it costs 4 blue pills, and then use the remaining 3 blue pills to move into wherever you want. Well, it's nice having that on. On the other hand, KingJiggy is entering here with no hero. So if he can get a win here with that disadvantage, that's going to be good. So it's sort of a little bit back and forth here with the advantages and disadvantages. Seems to recognize that, probably going in with the Warcry right now. There we go. Warcry is not especially super useful at the very start. It's only going to be 10% extra damage and 10% of white. Is that Sigmarized Warhammers? Yes, I do think there is Sigmarized Warhammers. They at least looked like that. And the Sigmarized Warhammers, what do? They do around 18 to 24 damage, which is 21 on average. That means that each of these characters do in total 2 more damage from the Warcry. So it's not going to be super influential if you manage to get that off, if you get my drift. It gets better later on. Also, many players feel that it costs quite too much in the way of blue pills. Going into a little bit of a standoff here. I don't like that KingJiggy has picked up the idol. I think that's a mistake. Because if that character goes down, you're losing the idol as well. So that's minus 16 morale, plus whatever the henchman is worth, which should be 9 morale, plus its level. And at this particular moment, they can take 36 and 38 morale loss respectively before taking a round test. One of the things that we might see on these Sisters of Sigmar players is the use of Absolute Fate on particularly the Matriarch to increase the chance of passing round tests, making you virtually immune to round tests if you get it up to 17 leadership and master that. Then you are immune as long as the leader is alive. Unless you get down to 0 morale, of course, then it's an automatic loss, as usual. Yeah, KingJiggy is definitely just sitting here. He's also gone into a very bad ambush position here. He could probably just... That won't trigger an ambush. I just walk right into that and you're gonna attack him without him attacking back. Oh, it's not even an open space. C'est la vie. I don't like the use of Sigmar's Might here, considering the curse chances. Yeah, looked at that camp also, indeed. Yeah, I wouldn't walk into that. It's not even in an ambush. Gonna get a return attack here. That would have been 29 damage without the war cry. So it's not that useful. Remember also that, you know, even Sigmar's Might also increases damage, but it also increases it by 10%. So that's 4 damage. 4 damage in total, that's what the buffs are worth. 4 damage per swing. And this can definitely... I kind of like this setup here by KingJiggy. He's using the shield units here at the very front, putting up a shield wall with the two-handers behind, moving forward to hopefully finish off this matriarch, right? Doesn't want to gamble on a charge. Alright. Should be able to reach at least this two-handed guy here. Two-handed woman, I mean. Should probably do a charge. I think that would be a good choice. Unfortunate. Rolled 100.
A new round.
Can definitely start forcing some kind of all alone check here. Yeah, not jump down on the other point. Jump down on the other point. You had 2 points there. You could have just jumped down from that side. Instead going around and not really accomplishing anything with this unit. That was unfortunate. That was a big mistake, I think, by KingJiggy. Let's see what Latifa here does. Hopefully she jumps down. No. Also going all the way around and not doing anything. Yeah, I think I do think that that Bubs here has definitely condemned his matriarch to death by poor movement choices. I like that attack, but it's blocking off. You could just have walked into her instead of having the return attack, because now she's gonna get an attack anyway. Yeah, things are looking green for Bubs, that's for sure. Another war cry coming. One thing that could be detrimental for KingJiggy's victory here is actually doing the Sigmar's Might for the extra +2 damage on every unit. It's much more useful to just attack yourself 2 attacks. It does a whole lot more damage. You will do 25 damage or so just from another attack. That's way better than getting +2 damage on all of your units. Warcry going off, why not? You don't have any use for their extra blue pills right now. And 2 attacks, I hope. No. Let's see if there's a penalty. Yeah, there is a penalty. There is a penalty. Unworthy. So she lost all of her red pills. Why cast it? I don't get it. Lucky for Bubs. Well, it's turning a little bit around here. He might be saved by the bell. But he should have jumped down there. He needed another avenue of attack. Definitely turning in Bubs' favor right now. A little bit with the RNG helping him out. Yeah, definitely. Well, some people might feel it's a little bit detestable by KingJiggy to just sit by his wagon and waiting so he can use Sigmar's Might and Warcry like this. It's not specifically part of the rules of the Bodyhood League Season 3, and some players do forget that it's not part, that you can actually do some camping. It's not forbidden. It's not listed in the rule set, and nothing has been said about it. And that was recently invoked here as Game Night faced Kirinpa as well. No, don't do Sigmar's Might. Come on, just do 2 attacks. For once, I would love to see that by one of these 2 players. No! I think if they knew how little that actually does, they would stop doing that. They will see how risky it is. Look, if she just had a second attack now, you could have killed her. Alright, yeah, you can anyway, fine. Because it's a little bit cheaper like that to... But it's still a big risk, Remember that the Matriarch has this special ability that whenever she succeeds at casting a spell, her next attack only costs 1 red pill. Wow, it's really turning in Bubs' favor. I don't think he's played this better, I just think that RNG has definitely got the better of KingJiggy. Let's see if he can turn it around. There we go. Jade Goodall. Opening up a spot here. And definitely equalizing there. And that's the leader going down. So that's quite a lot of morale loss for Bubs. You see it was a level 0. It's good casting the all alone check here as well. Look at many of Bubs units here are wearing helmets, not this one, but helmets do a little bit more armor and stun resistance, but it doesn't help against all alone checks. Can prevent that here if she goes into an attack, and I think a charge is good. Remember that she is in a dodge stance though. She could be lucky here. No, she's not. All about damage, but strangely enough, KingJiggy has now equalized the advantage that Bubs had in the way of attacking with the amount of red pills available. Oh, nearly got her. He needs to find a way to use his own Matriarch in this fight. KingJiggy, I mean. That is going to be the main key. Getting closer to a route test as Bubs takes the lead. Probably going to be equalized here on this turn. Yeah, it's been a slightly more lucky here, but things can still turn around. They still need at least 2 kills. No! Stop this! Oh my good lord, what are they doing? I think it's such a big risk. I mean, I get it, they want to get that and another attack as the freer attack, but I just think it's too risky. Why don't you just do a charge instead? Charge and a second attack. That 23% chance is not to play with, you know. If you get a mass stun or mass damage or mass open wounds, it's going to really hurt you. So there we have it, equalizing for KingJiggy. And it's not quite there yet. It's still 13 morale left for Bubs, and what is that? 16 morale left for KingJiggy. So they still need probably 2 more kills here. We're gonna see someone scoring of 4, most likely, unless, of course, the sister that KingJiggy has the idol on is going down. That is minus 60 morale instantly, plus whatever morale she is worth herself. Some calculating moves here. Ended up with a parry stance. Can she do some damage? Yes, she can. Kind of exciting so far, isn't it? Still hasn't heard Jade Goodall here, but wow, she manages a second dodge. I think she's the only character that has dodged anything in this game so far. Other attacks, if my memory serves, have only been misses. And that is the... I think that's the sister that's Grete Dittmar. I think she's the one that's having the idol here. Every single miss matters so much. Right? No, you should not do a charge. Don't do a charge. Then you only get one attack. Just move in and do 2 attacks instead. What is Bubs doing? Why is he looking at the charge? No, no, it's this one. It's this one to the left. It's this one. It's the one to the left of the Sister Superior here that has the idol. And he could... Bubs could have focused her down, but he opted not to. What is he doing? You saw that on the minimap, right? Oh my god. Can things change now? It's gonna be really exciting come here. KingJiggy has 3 units in a row, could do a lot of damage. Adding +2 damage with the War Cry. Let's see what he does else. Probably going with the Sigmar's Might, since he can hit his remaining units. Let's see if the curse comes in and finishes this. No, it does not. But lucky, you could get an out of action. Misses! Gonna be important. Every miss here counts. And does a little bit of damage here. The dodge roll is not perfect. Still has 4 more hits before the Sister Superior is gone. It's gonna be a very bloody fight. Remember 5 characters and we need to have 4 of them taken out. Unless it's that sister by KingJiggy and that big mistake that he made with picking up his idol. We might see that come into effect right now. Good dodge bypass, but everyone seems to go past every single dodge here. Indeed. Why didn't you focus on Jade Goodall? Oh my good lord. That's going to haunt Bubs if he's going to go down in this game, and it seems like he might. His units are definitely a bit more hurt.
A new round has started.
A critical hit here can change things though. Remember, it's also -2 SP and especially -2 red pills, which means that the character could not get an attack off. Currently we have 3 duels, and it is very tense. Managing to go past the parry, very happy about that. Also gets +5 dodge chance here, since it is a novice. This is the key fight though. Since KingJiggy's Matriarch is at least level 1, that should be -17 morale. That's more than KingJiggy needs to lose. He needs to lose 16 to take a route test. If he loses the Matriarch, he cannot take any more route tests, and he goes below the route threshold. Meaning that if KingJiggy's Matriarch goes down, or the most forward henchman here, then KingJiggy is out. Bubs, on the other hand, is not looking too well with one of his henchmen here. Manages the Divine Wrath success once again. This is a thing that was very much part of the... wow, uses a disengage. It was very much part of the Bodyhood League Season 2 with the Sister of Sigmar players making an unbelievable amount of Divine Wrath chances. Okay, she doesn't really run away, she just moves a little bit off without using the red pill. Like, why cast that spell? If you're not gonna... like, she had 3 red pills left. She could have used 1 attack and then disengaged. It's key things like this, when you have to apply the damage, that's when it really matters. Let's see here if we're gonna see a kill here by KingJiggy. And we are indeed. But it's not gonna be a route test just yet. Needs 1 more kill. Probably wants to move into the Sister Superior here. There we go. This is the character that Latifa should have moved into.
A new round has started.
Get a kill here and you have it. Round 9. Greta Dittmar is not looking too hot either, constantly failing her parry checks without really doing much damage in return. Cannot disengage, but you could maybe get a kill here on Jade Goodall. If you score a 39. No, you did not, or a critical hit. Well, Bubs might actually have this. He just needs to survive 1 turn now. If KingJiggy does not kill anything, then Bubs is probably going to win here. And that's going to be because of picking up the idol. Gonna see Warcry, gonna see Sigmar Smite once more. Hopefully she doesn't take damage from Sigmar Smite this time. Or get smited. It's gonna be a GG as well. Very tense game right now. A miss. And once more. Yeah, could potentially kill off this novice here. She still has a dodge. She still has a dodge. Let's see if anything kills chances. Unworthy. Yeah, that's exactly what you get for this, you know, losing out. I think that's -1 red pill and -1 blue pill, or -2 or something like that. So Bubs is going to miraculously survive this turn, it seems like, and then he's gonna exact vengeance. He is going to cause a route test here. Yeah, this could definitely be a game. Bubs looks like he's going to make his 2nd victory here, maybe a 3-3. Let's see what he rolls first. Yeah, I don't think either player has done the best options here, but they have certainly had an entertaining game. Most certainly had an entertaining... Oh wow, fails all alone test. Is she going to die? No, she's locked in. But this is the key fight. This is the key fight. Let's see. Can you kill her off? You only need 1 strike. She has a dodge stance. And you managed to say it. And look at that. -60 morale off the bat. And could probably kill the matriarch as well. No? No. Actually lands another one. So it's going to be a route test. And KingJiggy could actually manage to pass this. It is possible. Let's see. And he does not. So a very exciting game between these two Sisters of Sigmar's players early on. I hope you enjoyed watching this game, and congratulations to Bub for his 2nd victory. 4-3 to Bubs against KingJiggy. Thank you for watching.